Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexa, for those of you who are new. And for those of you who are returning viewers, thank you. And for my new subscribers, thank you also very much. I really appreciate your support. Today's topic of conversation is waiting. Stop waiting. What are you waiting for? When we reach our age, don't know how old you are, I'm 75, you have a tendency to be cautious about certain things. You think, oh, I'm too old for that. I'm too infirmed, I'm too sickly, I don't have enough, I don't know if this is going to cost a lot of money. Do I have enough money to last my life? Should I fritter it away on something for myself? I should save my money for my family or children or, the cat sanctuary, wherever it's going. But that's not what you worked your whole life for. My situation, there probably are people that are watching that are in the same situation as I am. I'm never married. I don't have much of a family left. I'm the oldest. So, there's only a few below me. But, you can't sit around and think that you worked your whole life to just wait and be afraid of everything. You're not too old. You're not stupid. You didn't get this far in life by being stupid. So you're never too old to start over, to change, to grow, to learn, or to teach. You have abilities that you've picked up over the years. You may think that you are not useful to society, or people won't want to listen to you or hear your story or whatever. When I started this YouTube channel, I had thoughts about that. I mean, I was talking about starting a channel for, I know, probably at least 3 years, maybe more. And I wasted that 3 years by thinking, oh, who will want to listen to me? What do I have to say that anybody would be interested in? And 23 of you, or 26 of you, seem to be interested. You don't know. I mean, there's somebody out there for everybody. I mean, they always say that, everybody has someone. So something in my life is interesting to 26 people that they have deigned to support me and listen to me. So I have something to give or to offer, but regardless of that, you can still do something or go and be a part of something, because you do have life experience, you do have something. And I am fascinated by other people too that have done nothing. I find people that I've met over the years that have lived somewhere and never traveled abroad. I mean, I live out in the country, and this is a nice area, it's beautiful. And there are people that I have met here in various, clubs or things that I've gone to that have never been to London. And they're, my age group, but they have never been to London. We're 90 miles northeast of London. Never had a passport, never traveled abroad. And to me, that's fascinating. I find that incredibly fascinating. But these people feel that they are inconsequential, that they have no allure to anybody because they are just ordinary. And that is their words. They're ordinary. We're a product of our upbringing. My mother married an American when I was 8, and we went to America. And before that, we'd never been anywhere or done anything really of any significance. It wasn't long after the war, so, things were hard still in the 50s. So, you just worked to live, you just tried to exist. So, going on holidays was not something that, people did a great deal of, and you certainly didn't go abroad. So, that, but when my mother married an American, and he worked for he was a civilian with the military, we traveled all over the world. And so, and to me, as growing up, that became my life. It was ordinary. That's what you did, I assumed as a child everybody did that, but they didn't. And my life revolved around that. So I like I say, never married. So I was free to go and travel. So I took jobs that involved travel, and I traveled everywhere. And I found, other societies and other countries fascinating, and how people lived. I think it broadens your horizons for sure. You live in somebody's country and you learn their ways, and their language, and you see things and you learn things along the way. You don't know you're absorbing stuff, but you're absorbing things, and you're experiencing things that some people don't get the opportunity to experience. You try new foods, you try new cultures, you see new things, you see everything, and you take this in, and it becomes a part of your life. But if you sit at home and you say, I'm too old, I can't go by myself, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do that, then you won't ever do it. You need to at least take some baby steps and try something. Book a holiday, go somewhere, just, if you drive, get in the car and go somewhere. Do something different. Do something that you thought you couldn't, but you never know. You don't know until you try. And we're not too old. You can't wait to be happy. If you sit at home and say, I'm bored, I'm unhappy, I'm waiting to die, then that's what you are. That's what you are forcing yourself to be by not giving it a go. I mean, because this time, you can't get the time back. It doesn't come back to you. You can't say, oh, I'll reset and start over again because that didn't work out right. No, you don't. You don't have that, and you're gonna lay there on your deathbed and say, God, I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. I mean, because it's true what they say. When the end comes, you don't regret the things you did. You regret the things you didn't do. So if you have the resources to do something, then do it. Even if it's in a volunteer capacity. I mean, there are options out there for you. I did a volunteer thing in Africa. Yeah, that was a mistake. But but there are places that you can go, that you can volunteer to help people, so you can go at a reduced rate. I mean, the living conditions are not fabulous. I mean, I went to Ghana, and the living conditions were absolutely not fabulous. It was like, oh God, I'm in prison. Let me out of here. How long did I sign up for this for? But there are places that you can go to where you can do a volunteer thing. I mean, I have friends in France that have chateaus, and they take in volunteers. There's a whole network where you can volunteer, so you stay for free. You do a little bit of work in the chateau, and they feed you, and so all you have to really pay is your accommodation, use your transportation there and back. And you stay for a week or a few days or however long that you choose to stay. So there are a lot of volunteer things. So if you can watch me on the internet, then you can definitely look on the internet for volunteer positions and stuff. And they take people of all ages, because older people are usually a lot more desirable to these people that are looking for volunteers, because you have experience, you have life experience, and you usually don't need to be told what to do. You know what needs doing, and you can see what needs doing, so you become valuable to people. So don't count yourself out. You have value, and you need to look in the mirror and see that you have value. I mean, like I say, you didn't get to this age without some form of intelligence or knowledge or survival techniques. But everybody has something, and you have something to give and something to offer. So get out there, make yourself known to the world. Start a YouTube channel. It's actually fun. Since I started this YouTube channel, I have to say that it has inspired me to go out. I mean, I don't like bad weather. I don't like to have to fight my way to the supermarket or the store or to the shops or something. But because the weather here in the wintertime is quite harsh, and I'm not usually here in the winter, so it's it's a whole new thing. And going out is like a trial, so I tend to like stay in and amuse myself around the house and go on social media or whatever, so I don't do anything. And because I live alone, I don't have anybody to tell me, you need to go outside and get some fresh air. So it's the YouTube has forced me to go out and say, oh, I need to go out and do a little video about this, that, and the other, or whatever, or find some inspiration for, something to talk about or something to show people. So it's done something for me. It's like I now have a hobby that is, amusing, valuable to me or possibly to somebody else. But you have something in you that's valuable to somebody too, and you just need to get out there and find your muse. There's something for all of us. So, but no, and I mean, if you're lonely and you want to find a friend or a love interest or something like that, there are places for you to do that. I mean, it's definitely not hard, and we're obviously in demand. Because a friend of mine a few years ago signed me up for the over 50s dating thing. I was inundated with people who wanted to meet me, and it was interesting, but definitely not for me. I've reached the point where I feel like I couldn't compromise my life to fit into a social scene with just one person. I think I've been alone too long. I mean, because I've been alone my entire life. So, to now all of a sudden share my space with somebody is maybe a step too far. I may change my mind down the road, but at the moment, it's a step too far, as I'm like really set in my ways. I mean, just cohabitating with my sister for 6 months of the year is sometimes, challenging for both of us. And I'm sure if she's watching, she's laughing about that one. Because we can get on each other's nerves, but we survive because we love each other. But relationships, I'm not sure that I'm ready for that. But if you're looking and you are ready for it, then there are places where you can find other people that are looking for a soulmate or a friend or just a companion or somebody to travel with. And there are sites where you can find traveling companions, male or female, for yourself, that are not like love interests and stuff, that are just people like-minded that want to travel with someone and don't want to pay the double prices for most things that they have to. So you can find somebody on those sort of things. So you have a traveling companion, or if you're just someone that really feels you can't go anywhere on your own, then you can find somebody to travel with. I mean, there are lots of systems out there. And I mean, if you found me on the internet, you can definitely find traveling companions on the internet. And I think Saga Holidays has a link to a website that, for solo travelers and solo traveler mates, I think, something like that. But just Google traveling companions, and you be surprised the sort of things that you can find. Just be careful, everybody needs to be careful and take care of yourself. But yes, for waiting for things to happen for you, no, don't wait. Get out there, try something, and you never know. You may be surprised that would be for you. But I think that's enough preaching for one day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and please, send me a comment whether you like or you don't like what I have to say, because I just babble on about anything. I'm good at babbling, but yeah, try something new. I mean, I have been offered some surprising things, and because this is a month, I've been doing the YouTube channel now for a month. It was a month yesterday. And some surprising things have happened from this. People have offered me television roles and different things. It's been quite an inspirational thing. So there's something out there for everybody. So get out there and do something. I know you can. I'm behind you. I support you. But thanks for watching.